Hello, fellow anatomists. We're going to be talking about the brachial plexus. So the brachial plexus is a complex network of nerves that supplies motor, sensory, and sympathetic innervation to the upper limb. It's derived from the anterior rami of C5 through T1, and this forms the roots of the plexus that travel between the anterior scalene and the middle scalene, coursing along the same path as the subclavian artery. So as you can see, the brachial plexus has a bunch of different sections, and we'll go through each of them individually as well as the branches that they give off. So starting with the roots, we can see coming off of C5, we have the dorsal scapular nerve. Then a combination of C5, C6, and C7 forms the long thoracic. These roots then combine to form different trunks. So C5 and C6 combine to form the superior trunk, C7 forms the middle trunk, and C8 and T1 form the inferior trunk. Now looking at the superior trunk, we can see that the suprascapular nerve is given off. Each of these trunks then gives off an anterior and a posterior division, with the posterior divisions being highlighted in yellow here. Then the six of these divisions combine in different capacities to form cords. So the anterior divisions of both the superior and the middle trunks combine to form the lateral cord. All three posterior divisions combine to form the posterior cord. And then the anterior division of the inferior trunk forms the medial cord. Now looking at the branches that these give off, starting with the lateral, we have the lateral pectoral. Then in the posterior, we have the upper subscapular, the thoracodorsal, and the lower subscapular. Then looking at the medial cord, we have the medial pectoral, the medial brachial cutaneous, and the medial antebrachial cutaneous. Then we can see the formation of the terminal branches. So first we have the musculocutaneous, which comes from the roots C5 through C7. Then we have the medial, which comes from C5 through T1. Then axillary, coming from C5 through C6. Radial, coming from C5 through T1. And the ulnar, coming from C8 through T1. And here's a fully labeled diagram that you can feel free to pause and take a look at. Thanks so much.